Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Roots Refuge. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Oh, bless me. Alright. It's early in the morning, and I am about to harvest tomatoes. Normally this is not the time of day that I like to do this because they're better if you can harvest them in like the heat of the afternoon where the sugars can be really concentrated. It actually rained last night. Not a ton, but a little bit, so normally this would not be the time. However, we're supposed to get a good deal more rain today, and it may miss us. That's kind of been the nature of the rain showers lately, is they're very isolated, but I don't want all the tomatoes to split. So I'm gonna harvest these and I'm gonna make roasted tomato salsa with them, because if you ever have tomatoes that you know are not like optimum flavor, roasting them to make something like salsa or sauce is really going to concentrate those sugars and bring the best flavor out. And actually it's just slightly drizzly, so I'm just gonna get to this. Bear, you good boy. So I should add, because sometimes I'm doing things on my channel that I'm like, yeah, I think I'm setting a bad example. I'm harvesting these tomatoes into a 5-gallon bucket. That's really not advised because it's going to bruise them up. But since my plan is to literally directly carry these in the house and cut them up for salsa, I'm really not that worried about it. However, good night. These plants are 10 feet tall. They're so tall. However, where I have like a really lovely tomato, like this one, never mind, it's not lovely. I could only see the bottom of it. It's salvageable, but if I were to find a really lovely tomato that I did not want blemished and that I wanted to use for slicing, maybe fresh eating, I won't put it in my bucket because I don't want to bruise it or damage it. That one had some damage on top already. This is a nice one. This would be a good like sandwich tomato. So I'm gonna just set it on the side of the bed and then I'll come back with a different basket and collect those. I call this my ugly salsa collection and my pretty sandwich collection. What do you think? Alright, so I'm literally just going down and picking these off and setting them along the edge of my garden bed, and I'll come down and collect them. I definitely had a seed mix up because these are labeled Aunt Ruby's German Green, and I've never had Aunt Ruby's German Green ripen to such an orange color in the past. Normally they really start softening and they do change green color, but that is not the right seeds. It's okay. They'll still be edible. Those are pineapple tomatoes. They're not quite ready. Oh, that one's pretty nice. Still got green shoulders, but it'll ripen. Look at that ugly cat-faced dude. This is one of the reasons why I talked to you guys about taking fasciated blossoms off, because a lot of times you end up with fruit like this that has this cat facing, which that's edible. You would just want to cut it away for making a lot of things, but then you end up with like spots down in sometimes that are rotten. This is probably going to be my last really big tomato harvest of the season. I don't know, I still have quite a bit of very green, large green fruit, like these Abe Lincolns, a few good clusters there, but I'm also dealing with a whole lot of like pest pressure and disease, so we'll see what happens with those. This one is definitely going in the sandwich collection. This is a variety called Thorburns Terracotta. And it has a little split on it already. This is a really great tomato. I'm trying to see if it actually has ants in it or if they were just on it. I think it was just on it. These big rainbows are nice. They're kind of mottled looking, and you know, it's not the healthiest fruit, but it's okay. It's got like a brown spot here. But it looks pretty good. Next row. So this row, my plants are kind of puny. I think there's definitely some deficiency going on and the fruit isn't nearly as large, but there are a couple really pretty ones, like these blue beauties from Wild Boar Farms. Alright, I need a second bucket. These go in the pretty basket. So for sandwiches and fresh eating, I'm largely just looking for things to be blemish free, because when they have blemishes and splits where the inside is exposed, they're gonna rot fast, meaning I need to take them in like right now and cut those parts away. So in order to like have sandwiches over the next couple of days or fresh eating over the next couple of days, I'm looking for ones that can sit on the counter that long. Probably like 25 pounds of tomatoes right there. Y'all, I just feel so much joy when I harvest food like this. I'm just so in awe of it. Even this imperfect food, so beautiful to me. I'm gonna use one of these pots for my peppers. Good thing I have such a lovely collection of harvesting baskets and aprons. Alright, so now I'm harvesting jalapenos to go in salsa. I bought cilantro at the store last night. Here, where it's really hot in South Carolina, cilantro doesn't really grow at the same time as pepper stuff, which is unfortunate. I think you could probably do like cilantro microgreens, potentially use those, but I don't know. We can grow cilantro in the winter, so I've thought about maybe trying to grow it and then freeze dry it for using in salsa. But as it is right now, I just buy it at the store, and then everything else comes from the farm for our roasted salsa, which, by the way, the recipe for that is on my blog, and I'll link that down below so you guys can check it out. I've made a video about it in the past. And I would say of all the recipes I've ever shared, the roasted tomato salsa is the one that I get tagged in the most, that people have not just made it, tried it and liked it, but made it repeatedly and then also tweaked it and made it their own, which that is a very high compliment whenever you share recipes, whenever somebody kind of adopts something and it becomes a thing in their house and their family. I mean, what else could you hope for whenever you're sharing your recipes with people? Because it's a thing in our family. People know about the roasted salsa and look forward to it every year. So doing much harvesting, unfortunately, has been causing my hands to flare back up with the eczema or hives or whatever it is that I deal with. I don't even really know exactly what it is. I think in part it just makes me nervous because it was this time last year that it blew up really bad. I'm sure the heat doesn't help. I mean, handling all of the plants doesn't help, but I have been making sure that I eat really clean so that I'm not adding to it with that. All right, that ought to do it. There it is, the beautiful harvest. So I was just thinking, and I thought I would ask because I love the comment section of my videos. I learn so much from you guys. Like, regularly I'm trying new things because you share with me, and I really appreciate it. I love the fact that people come here for my videos for what they get in the videos, but then there's even added value because of the community around them. I think that is just massively important. So what is your recipe that's like a thing? Like, what's one of your recipes that people know about? It's your thing, everybody looks forward to it, you look forward to it, and it's kind of your like aha solution. Like, for instance, I needed to harvest all these tomatoes. It rained yesterday, it's early, it's raining today, and I thought, no problem, I'll make roasted tomato salsa. I knew several of them were going to be in roughish shape just because I've been dealing with a whole lot of caterpillars and blossom end rot and stuff like that. So it kind of worked out because I have to cut them up anyway, so I can cut away bad pieces, no worries, put them in the oven and roast them. But what's your thing? Like, do you have a recipe, especially out of the garden, but any at all? I'd love to know, because I will take notes. I will be a student in this classroom too, gladly. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'm gonna get in the house and get to work on this food to make something delicious. Oh, hey, look, there's a big man down here.
What's up?
Thank you. You can carry the 50 pounds of tomatoes into the house. There's Daniel. He actually just got here. We're going to be shooting a separate video together, but I am going to go inside and get the salsa started and wrap this up. I will put the link down below for you guys to check that out. Thank you for hanging out with me today. God bless you. Until next time.